What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, we are back at it again with another one, another banger. You know how I get down with these videos. And when I come dropping these credit fraud videos or these credit scam videos, I get right to the point. I get right to the gems. I get right to the information that can help you be safe and can potentially help you be in a better position. All right, so a lot of people have been asking me about this credit. A lot of people, well, first of all, a lot of people know where I originated from. A lot of people know where I started from. And I started from the world of cybersecurity, hacking, black hats, gray hats, white hats. That's where I originated from. That's where I came from. That's where I started from. So it's a lot of things that I know about. It's a lot of things that I witnessed. It's a lot of things that I've been through. And it's a lot of things that I can talk about. So when it comes to credit, a lot of fraudsters and a lot of scammers are starting to realize that you can walk in the bank and get a lump sum of money. You can get $1 million loan on the business side. You can get you a $500,000 loan on the business side. You can make you $6 million a year just off credit utilizing debt. Now, when it comes to scams, when it comes to anybody hustling, when it comes to doing anything, a lot of people try to figure out the easiest way to make money that they don't gotta pay back. So that's why people do all the things that they can come up with to make the most money the fastest way. You got people who selling narcotics, you got people who are selling a body, you got people who do music, you got people who sell clothes, you got people who do a lot of different things that make them money. You got caterers that cook food and go set up at people's houses for events. You got landscapers who go around cutting grass. You got people who go around shoveling snow. You got beauticians, you got barbers. You got so many people doing something to make some money the fastest way as possible. So when it comes to scammers and fraudsters, it's always a new generation. There's always a new crowd. There's always some new information. There's always something new out there. And a lot of people got to understand that behind every business, behind every corporation, behind almost everything, there's some type of fraud or scam going on. There's somebody getting over all day, every day, and everything that we see behind the scenes. We just won't know about it until 5, 10 years later, 15 years later, and it's a whole documentary about it. That's how we learn about the things that's going on behind the scenes. 10, 15 years later, it's a whole documentary on Netflix or some Hulu or HBO Max. That's where documentaries come from. The behind the scenes, that what was really going on that people don't know about. And it tells about the scams and the frauds and the predators and all this type of stuff that's going on behind the scenes in the celebrity world, in the beer world. So fraudsters and scammers, they go around, they might do check scams where they, different type of ways to do check scams, robbing mailboxes, robbing mail carriers, having people working in the post office and having them intercept checks and give it to them. And then there's a lot of people who are understanding that, okay, it's a lot of people in the world. It's a lot of people in the world with good credit. And you can literally become somebody with just a picture. So this fraudster or scammer can get this fake ID with this picture, with their information, they can become this person. Now, how is the fraudster or the scammer getting that information? Now, believe it or not, there are many ways for them to get it. You got the dark web. You got fraudsters and scammers that drive around and they just look up addresses or they steal mail to see who lives there. You got people who work in certain businesses that deal with your information that they might be at home, they might got a boyfriend or a girlfriend right there that's getting the information. Like, it's a lot of ways that fraudsters and scammers come across people's information or identity. So once they get that information, they say, okay, if I can get this ID with my picture on it with their information and get synthetic documents made, then I can literally become this person. So if this scammer, this person, or the scammer or fraudster is becoming a person with an 800 credit score with $600,000 in debt being reported on his credit report that he's paying down each month on time with good payment history and all. See, this is why a lot of people are starting to learn credit, because like I said, scammers and fraudsters are trying to get the quick, fast buck. They want to make the most money as fast as possible, period. without having to do too much. So instead of going to the banks and trying to cash this fake check and this fake check and that fake check and this fake check and this fake check and going through whatever they go through, or getting this credit card information or that credit card information and doing this, going to this ATM and trying to do this and doing that, or selling this, they said, okay, instead of doing all that, I can literally get a lump sum of money by just walking in the bank with documentations without having to do all that extra work. They're looking at it as the risk and the reward. The risk is higher than the reward is higher than the risk. So somebody getting somebody's information, good credit, 800 credit score, good debt and all that, they get this ID. Now it's situations where people actually go into the banks and open up bank accounts with these bogus IDs. Like, it's all on YouTube. Like, I do on my reaction channel, I do all these reaction videos on people defrauding the bank, CPNs, trying to go to the bank, get cards, all different type of stuff. And it's always the same thing. Because I tell people, your driver's license is almost, not even almost, your driver's license is more valuable than your SSN number. Because your SSN number and card is just a name and a number. Your driver's license number is your number, and it's your picture attached, your height, your weight, address, all this information. So when you go to the bank and you about to cash a check, they take your ID. Every time you go to somewhere to do something, they take your ID, and they're taking documentation as ID. So once they go check this ID and they type in certain information, just make sure it match. And then a white man pops up and you a black man and you 5'6", and the white man 6'3", 230 pounds, and he's 57 years old. Now that's when the police is called. So scammers and stuff are starting to understand, like, okay, by me getting this information and understanding that they have good credit, I can get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. I can do these type of things. And that's what they are doing. They're applying for loans over the internet or over the phone with this person's information. Opening up bogus bank accounts and having the funds deposited into the bogus bank account that they have access to. Getting credit cards, Visa signature cards, getting as many credit cards as they can, going to this bank, applying for that credit card, applying for this credit card, applying for that credit card, applying for this credit card, get denied, getting approved, and whatever they get approved for, they get the cards and they go do cash advances. People are really utilizing and figuring out ways to utilize credit to get lump sums of money. A lot of people are figuring it out. And a lot of people are starting to say, like, okay, there are loopholes in the credit world that actually allow you to do certain things that aren't illegal. It's probably frowned upon, but it's not illegal. So scammers are becoming clever. They starting to figure out, find people. They say, okay, what's another way for me to capitalize off this information? And they say, okay, it's people out here that own homes. Okay, let me get the information. You got people that's becoming that person and getting equity loans, taking equity loans out on that home. So that scammer or fraudster came across somebody with a home that they own and it's worth $1 million. And this person get the information, get fake IDs, and it looks good, and they go take out an equity loan on that house for $250,000. Get a fake account, all that. You could do all this. They're doing it all over the phone. And then that person look up and say, somebody took out a $250,000 equity loan on my house. It's happening all this is happening on a regular daily basis. You just don't hear about it, but you can go on YouTube, you can go search it on Google, and things like this is happening. So people are starting to utilize credit to make lump sums of money faster, especially fraudsters and scammers, because they're tired of being on camera doing this. I mean, they're tired of going into this place and having people cash checks and getting caught and get busted, and they tired of doing a lot of stuff. In real life, a lot of people, almost everybody don't want to do, everybody got a lazy bone. So people try to figure out whatever they can do to make the most of anything. So I'm pretty sure everybody all day trying to figure out what's the way I can make them so much money quick and fast and easy. And that's where their mind is starting. You got so many people pushing out credit information and credit game that you got people that's actually listening and connecting dots and saying, oh, you got CPNs out here. You got people you got places where you can go buy people's identity on the dark web, or people just coming across information that, like, people connecting the dots. Like, the brain works in mysterious ways. You might not even be thinking about something, but you might see something and it might connect the dots to something you seen way before, and it might bring it back up in your head like, oh, wait. And now you know something. And that's how a lot of things happen. And like I said, this is all educational purposes only. Not telling nobody to go do nothing, but this is real life information. This is things that are happening in real life. People are committing identity theft, getting cars, getting bank accounts, cashing fraudulent checks, getting loans, getting credit cards, getting mortgage loans and refinancing people. All these things are happening on a daily basis. It's just not put out there and people aren't aware. So being more aware puts you in a position to be more safe. Because to be more aware is just to be more woke. And if you woke out here, you'll start to pay attention to certain things that you probably was green about before. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, a lot of people, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The rich, like how the rich get rich, how they making millions of dollars, they understand the credit game, the legal finesse credit game, bankruptcies, trust funds, and all that. So in real life and naturality, if you learn credit, you will understand what I'm talking about. You got people that's making fake birth certificates, fake social security cards. I'm gonna give you an example. Matthew Cox, making synthetic identities, getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Easy. Go look them up, go Google them, go YouTube them. I even interviewed them one time. I interviewed him once too. So I got an interview with him on my channel. But that just goes to let you show that what y'all don't know, y'all not gonna believe until y'all actually see it's true. But what you really need to do is understand that everything in the world that's brought up is true. Even aliens. People be like, oh, aliens ain't real. Aliens is real. So any people that brought it up or talked about it, it has some truth to it. And you'll be once you figure out what's really going on out here in the world and how so many scams is going on and how much fraud is going on, it'll make you almost scared to deal with people, because if you actually wake up, it's a dog-eat-dog world. People will fake to be your friend just to get close to you because you got some motion or know how to do something. People will fake to pretend to like you just to get that. The fakeness is real. And then you start to see all what's going on. I tell you all the time, go watch a show called American Greed. And you binge watch American Greed, your whole outlook on life will be different. You'll be like, man, everybody out here scamming. This world is messed up. Everybody committing some type of fraud. Everybody doing something. It's Ponzi schemes. It's so much going on. And once you learn about it and you become aware about it, it's like, whoa, now you woke. So credit is becoming a high popular industry for fraudsters and scammers, because they starting to understand that you can walk in the bank and get a lump sum of money. And that's the whole goal. What they're doing, anything that they're doing is to get a lump sum of money or get the most money. And you can walk into the bank and with this information, this synthetic information, and possibly get approved for it. Why not try? So credit is becoming a real major program. A lot of people getting approved for loans, a lot of money coming in and out with these loans. It's a lot of people doing a lot of different things to get some money with credit, fraudulent and legally. It's just understanding credit. Once you learn credit and know the logistics of it and know what's going on with it, whatever light bulb pops up on top of your head, that's on you. But credit can get you money legally and illegally. I'm not telling nobody to get no money illegal with no credit. You know, I'm the credit guy. I teach you how to get it the right way, but it's real out here, and people are getting money illegally with credit. getting cars, getting loans, getting credit cards, doing it all under other people's identity with fake IDs and having the information. Like, it get real deep. And there's certain things I can't say on here and talk about but you know, if y'all tap into my, you know, subscriptions and videos and OnlyFans and Patreons and Twitches and all that, y'all get this information. All right, so make sure y'all really tapping in, man. Follow me, listen to these videos, getting this information, because credit is still the #1 money game in the world. And once you understand that, it'll be your turn. It's your boy King Hustle, and I'll see you at the next video or lesson. Peace.